it's complex to say the least. And I was just sitting home taking a break from work, and I decided to flip on the old Stasi tube, and I don't know who the lady was. She used to be some reporter or something. Pops up, and it's Sean Ryan. I don't know if you're familiar with Sean Ryan. He's the Vigilance Elite dude. Don't really. I have my opinions about him. Doesn't really matter for the sake of this conversation. A lot of people look up to this dude, though. A lot of people look up to this dude. And during this interview, what I find fucking retarded, number one, in a couple of ways. Hold on, sorry. The first thing I find retarded about it, here, I'll tell you what he does. He admits in the interview to he admits in the interview where he went to Colombia, set up networks and all kinds of shit. Colombia, Panama, and somewhere else. But amidst this, in these interviews, now, I understand what is said in an interview doesn't necessarily have to be the truth. And it's not enough for a conviction. However, what's said in a book isn't necessarily the truth either, or enough for or any type of conviction. And you see what they just did to Hunter Biden about this shit. But to go a step further with it, there are people out there that will say that Sean Ryan is a good person, right? They'll view somebody who's serving time now or has for a drug charge. Pick your drug. I'm probably gonna lose you for just a second here. If I do, I'll be right back. But they use it themselves, really don't use their own body, and claim that they're scumbag or they shouldn't be allowed to have here. Number two, because he was a SEAL at one time. He served the country. Okay, whatever. Say what you want. Regardless, that's the cognitive mindset. Is being able to completely dismiss what one does when you have a particular view of people who do or have done something, and the way you view those people versus the way you view somebody else who has done the same things, just wasn't granted the badge of the government badge of being a scary felon. But what's really the difference? Well, the difference is that this guy got away with it and this guy didn't. So you would actually think the guy that didn't get away with it, that didn't go back to it, maybe he would be looked at as, well, he did whatever he did, and he took the government punishment on the chin and rolled on through life and is now doing whatever it is that he's doing. But that's not the way it's looked at. It's looked at completely backwards, where, well, he did that in Colombia, so it doesn't matter. It does matter, because it doesn't ask you, like on the 4473 as an example, and you continually see Sean Ryan give away guns, which I don't agree with any gun law. However, it's not the gun law I'm bitching about. It's the cognitive dissonance that people suffer from that I'm complaining about. How can you complain about one person or a group of people when the people that are you look up to have done the very same thing, or if not worse, and you look at them in a completely different light because of who they are today, or whatever the reason may be. I don't know. It's just weird shit to me. It's really weird. I guess it's weird to me because I can't force myself to. I can't dumb myself down to think that way. Whatever. Don't know, don't get it. And I didn't know that about the dude. I mean, kudos to him for coming out, showing people that people can change. But that's not what people will get from it. And that's the tragedy in the story. He didn't just put a hold there in the interview and say, look, I'm proof that people can go from one side, of doing whatever to the other side. And I think that gets lost in a lot of these quote-unquote influencers stories. Because I tell everybody, there's the only difference between you and I got caught. That's it. It's the only difference. And you see that now today with cops getting busted for stealing people's money, and cops getting busted for, the laundry list of shit that they've done. I think the count's up to like 500 cops in the past 2 years have been convicted of some kind of sex crime in this country alone. So it takes a certain personality disorder to want to have that position, and it's somebody that wants, illegitimate authority over other people. But the same people who look down upon those people who have been kidnapped and caged for abusing their own bodies, who look up to Sean Ryan, who done the same thing, who's saying, yeah, jail Hunter. They're not saying jail Sean Ryan. I mean, he's gave away a cig in the past. How many interviews he's done? I watched 2 that he did. The dude does really good interviews. There's just something about him I just don't particularly like. Doesn't really matter for this though. Just something to think about if you're one of those people that never looked at it in that light. People change, man. You can't take the criminal of yesterday and think that they are a criminal today. However, what you can see is that the difference between you and them, depending on the type of criminality that they're in, what they've been involved in, how far they was involved in it, is that they know their limit. Depending, they have. I don't know what I'm walking into here. The guy called me up yesterday, like, "Hey, can you go finish this?" I'm like, yeah, no problem, bro. But now I'm here. So we're gonna see what we got going on. Anywho, I got to roll. You guys have a good day. Stay safe-ish. He's letting me message shit. Stay safe-ish. And, oh, wow. Just something to think about. That's all. Hey, Jake. I ain't heard from you, bro. I thought you might have been swinging from the ceiling fan by now. I was getting worried about you. Have a good day. I gotta go. I gotta go slave. No, I ain't got a slave here. I don't like how this dude does shit though already, I can tell you. The son called me up last night. Yeah, ran out of time. He was up here from Florida, adding on to his mom's sewing room. So here's the addition. Everything that's yellow. And he ran out of time. So I gotta finish it up. Looks like I'm trimming it out. I don't know why he would do that, but he did it. So I guess I'm gonna jump on the roof and start there. Go around and see what I gotta get done, and I guess we'll go from there. I don't like doing these normally, and normally I wouldn't. But for this is really good. When I say good customer of mine, I've only done a few jobs for him. But he's a really good customer in the sense that he's like, if you see something needs fixed, just fix it. Tell me what I owe you. So there's never any debate.
for now, got to get up here and get. He didn't have any cap. So I get up here and nail this roof, this felt off. It's already up. The felt's already up there. I was gonna nail it off because he didn't have any. So we're gonna do that because it's supposed to storm. So I gotta roll. Y'all have a good day. Stay safe.